your Android or your iPhones. You can't miss this life-saving show. And listen, hope you guys are having a great holiday. Today has been a busy day. We have a multitude of people at our house coming from all parts of the world. And yes, we are having a festive time. Me and my wife, Sheila Ford. Kudos go out to the Ford family, the Williams family, the Meacham family, the Sanders family, all the families. And today, man, we've got a host of folks in here. It's going to be a great show. Listen, before we get into anything else, we're going to open up the phone lines right here at 215-634-8065, toll free 1-866-361-0900, or hit us up on wordradio.com. I'm sitting here with our producer. He is holding the thing down, Dave Fritz. And I don't know, man, it's holiday time. So then listen, to my left, Joaquin.
Yes.
Did I get that right?
Yeah, you got it right.
Joaquin Jenkins, who is the son of Walter Jenkins, correct?
Yes,
and we're going to get to Walter in a minute. And then Janelle. We got Janelle Nash here from Morehouse College. Welcome to the show.
Nice having me.
So this is like a father-son show tonight, and we want to kind of highlight some, we do Spotlight Saturday where we showcase the talent of some organizations or individuals that are doing great work in the city of Philadelphia and around the nation. So, Joaquin, 20 years old, working over there at Drexel University. So welcome to the show, man.
Thanks for having me.
Now, listen, I've been waiting, wanting to get you in here because your father, who is one of our leaders downtown, mentioned to me, and I read a couple of articles about some of the work you do. Yeah. I'm always amazed that when I see young guys doing phenomenal work, because we need new leadership, and you guys are definitely the future. And it's important to bring you guys in here to talk about what you're doing and highlight your organizations and individuals that you're doing. Tell us a little bit of what kind of moved you into the kind of work you're doing, and tell us how you got started.
I can start off with how I got started. I started because I was in a Temple program called Youth Employment Project, YEP. Shout out to all you guys that go there. I was there, and I heard about this church group. It's called Sweet Union Baptist Church at 59th and Lansdowne, and I was doing like a little internship there, and then I got interested in it because I had connected with a lot of young people that come to the church around that West Philadelphia area because it was kind of hot around there. So
yeah,
so working with the kids, and then I took interest, and I just said I might as well just stay without getting paid, just do volunteer. So I started doing volunteer work, and then I had got an email from one of Kenyatta Johnson's assistants about the Temple program. It was the CHWP Training Academy. It's Community Health Worker Peer Training. I did that all summer, and that's how I got to where I am now, working at CHWP, Healing Hurt People.
So you're paying FICA, you're making money?
Yeah.
Well, part of being on my show is I ask everybody to give me $20 getting it, but I get it from your father. No, I'm only joking, man. Again, it speaks in volume when I see young guys, and I hope you don't mind me calling you a young guy, but
no, that's fine.
You're 20 years old, and I can imagine when I was 20, I wasn't even certain about the direction of my life. So, you got into this,
yeah,
and you're helping people and getting people. How do your peers look at you now? How do you handle the adversities of peer pressure and your colleagues?
Well, I was experiencing peer pressure throughout my whole life. It's just people always looked at me as the type of they come what I say matters, and I just wasn't the type of guy because I was the shy. I'm still shy to this day. I'm the shy guy. I'm laid back. I don't really, got time to say certain things. But if you ask me, I give you my honest answer. So I guess that molded to where I am right now, currently in my life. So it's just I can handle it now because I'm kind of used to the peer pressure thing. It's just that I feel like I got a responsibility now to to a lot of people that look up to me and my support system. So it's just like the new sense of leadership. I feel like I'm ready to take on that.
Wow. You know what, man, as you were speaking, I can just hear your father coming through you. That means a lot, And again, for those that are viewing us, watching Facebook Live and listening on the radio or wherever, it's important to understand that when you have a great leadership, a father and a son, I wasn't as fortunate. I just need to be honest. My father was never in my life. But I took different roles from different leaders. Pop the Cop, who was a police officer, and he instilled in me some values and morals about doing the right things. Now, of course, I kind of withered off the path, but still to this day, some of the morals and values that Pop the Cop showed me still exist within me, man. So I applaud your father for, they say it takes a village to raise a child, but what about if the village is sick? So you have a father who can breathe life into you and bring you back on course.
Yeah, my father's one of my strongest support systems. It's just I don't like really talking to him about a lot of personal things that go through, but I know at the end of the day he gonna have my back. So it's just a sense of like, I like saying that like me and my father relationship is like Lion King, Mufasa, Simba. You know how someone looked up to Mufasa until he passed away, unfortunately. Then he had to come take the crown. So I look at me and my father relationship like that, and he's a big piece of my support system while I keep going. And I got a lot of other people that really had my back. So it's just, I've actually spoke to a couple of people at Power Corp. They had like a body slam. And I was talking to them about how I got here. Now, one thing I preach was always have like, whatever it is, a support system. Because this life is hard. You can't get on life by yourself. You got to have somebody, whether it be parents, your friends, if you're in a relationship, fortunately, if you got an animal, anything, you just got to have somebody that's going to like, you can go to war, come back home, and you got somebody that's gonna be like, all right, you did a good job, it's okay, you ate your food, go rest up for the next day.
Right. Now let me ask you another question about that. You are currently a student over at CCP College?
Yes.
And working over there at Drexel, huh?
Yes.
So what are your goals and dreams and aspirations?
Well, for right now, I know I'm in the right track. Just, the vision I had is just, I really don't have a vision. I just go with what I have, just one day at a time. So, I'm very fortunate to be where I'm at right now.
Hey, Dave, let's get this guy a hand, man, for, folks need to really understand the importance of where you are, what you're embarking on. It means so much, man. So we're going to open up the phone lines for anybody. 215-634-8065. Toll free 1-866-361-0900. We're going to come back and because I want to talk to your father a little bit about that relationship. I said it earlier. We're in these last days and times when we need real men to step up. Real men. There's a host of kids out there, young guys that don't have leadership or father. So when you have people like your father, man, it's an awesome thing. One of the things I'm going to ask you moving into 2018, what haven't you done in 2017 that you want to do in 2018?
That's an interesting question. I feel like since I got this role with this leadership, I got to be able to take opportunities more. I've noticed that. I feel like I let a lot of things slip away. So 2018, one of my New Year resolution is if I got an opportunity, seize it no matter what it is, especially if it's in school, work, or anything outside of that. I just got to start taking the opportunity, because if God's sending it to you, then it must be either you capture it or you're just going to let it go.
Yeah. So. And I mentioned earlier, we were in the conference room. I think both of you guys were talking about your spiritual connection. Yeah. And there's just some host of guys that are walking the street that don't have a sense of knowing any spiritual connection at all, don't attend church. They're just out there just, surviving on true instinct. And I think that's good to have a spiritual foundation. You attend church. And you want to give the church a shout out?
Yeah, shout out to everyone at Sweet Unions Baptist Church.
That's located at where?
26 and Federal.
26 and Federal? Mm-hmm. Oh, South Philly folks, huh? Your father, he like, yeah. So, no, man, we're gonna take a break, Dave, and come back and continue with Joaquin, and then talk with his father. And then we're going to go over to Janelle, who was a student over there at Morehouse College, home on the break, studying psychology? Political science. Okay. Up there in Atlanta. So we're going to talk to him, man. And his grandmom is here, who's a good friend of mine. And this is what we do, man. We give folks an opportunity to just, showcase their talent and let the universe hear them. So we're going to have these guys coming in here and co-hosting and sitting in here learning about production and how we run a show and all that. We'll be right back.
Substance use disorders and co-occurring disorders are chronic diseases that do not discriminate due to...
D96.1 FM. I'm your host, Rick Ford, and you're listening to Recovery Talk 101. We do the show every Saturday from 6 to 7 p.m. Tonight is Spotlight Saturday, where we showcase an individual or organization that's doing just phenomenal work. And got Walter Jenkins here and his son Joaquin Jenkins here. Joaquin is a student over there at CCP at Community College of Philadelphia, working over there at Drexel University, doing just what a young guy's supposed to do, getting money, saving lives. So Walter.
Yes, sir.
Hold up. Before we do that, we got a caller on line one. We're going to go to Erlene Jenkins. Caller, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How are you? Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
How can I help you?
Hi, that's my son, Joaquin.
Joaquin, matter of fact, Joaquin, put that mic near you so you can. Your mom is speaking to you.
Hey, Ma.
Hello, son. I'm so very proud of you.
Thank you.
I knew you would do great things
I appreciate it. Thanks, Ma.
and help and serve others.
Yeah.
And I'm so very, very proud of you.
Thanks, Ma.
My heart is about to burst.
So, Mom, let me ask you a question. You've watched your son develop into this wonderful young man at the age of 20. While he was growing up, did you see at any stage where you knew he was going to be destined for greatness?
I have.
Okay.
Watching him come up as a child, I seen greatness in my son.
Do me a favor, turn your radio down a little bit. We're getting a little feedback from your radio.
I've seen a lot of love in my son. I've seen a lot of pride in my son. I've seen a lot of strength in my son. I still see this today.
Okay.
And I'm so very proud of him.
That's great.
From the obstacles that he has overcome and where we live.
Where do you live
the
at?
world itself. You know, he has a lot of love in him.
No, my question is to...
Everyone had just a little teeny bit of love that he has within him. If everyone had that, this world would be a greater place.
Well, that's why we want these young leaders to be able to ones who can turn these things around. So, now you mentioned something. Where do you live at?
I live in South Philly as well.
So, you know what? We catch it hell all in Philly, right?
Yes. It's everywhere.
So we got to have people like your son that's doing the work that he's doing, all right?
Yes, and he's going to continue to do it. A lot of people say it starts at home. It does, but it's within that person.
Yes.
If you want to make a difference, you can.
Great. So listen, you have a great holiday. We got a gang of callers on the line. Miss Jenkins, we want to thank you, and you have a safe holiday, all right?
I'm proud of you, son.
Thanks, Ma. Love you too.
All right. Fuji.
God bless you.
Fuji, I see you out there, Fuji. That's my man, Fuji Bowens, who was one of the playground directors over there at Man. The Playground raised me in the belly of the beast up there in Strawberry Mansion, kept me out of trouble. Fuji, I love you, man, and tell your family, and I wish everybody a gracious holiday, all right, Fuji? So listen, we back, Walt.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, you know, Joaquin, you come from great stock. You got your mom, you got your pop here. You have siblings, you have sisters and brothers?
Yes, I have sisters and brothers.
Now, where you fall at on the ladder?
I'm the youngest, the last one.
You the last?
The last.
Wow. So how do they look at you? Pull that to you a little bit. I want to make sure you can.
I ain't know I could touch it. I ain't want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
They see, like, you know, sometimes I struggle with seeing, like, you know, I feel like I'm just trying to, you know, make it. But they say, like, they be like, I see a lot of great things and you got to keep pushing.
Are they supportive of what you're doing?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great, man. So, Walt, I'll tell you, man, this is one of those shows, man, where you give kudos and you got a father here, and I know there's a multitude of different fathers out there wishing that their sons, raising a child is such a difficult task. As your mother mentioned, talked about that living in South Philly. And wherever you live at in Philadelphia, it's difficult. You know, peer pressure, lack of jobs, poverty, education. So you did well in school, huh?
Yeah.
How you doing over there at CCP TV? You heard me say CCP TV.
I mean, I'm passing. I mean, I try to, you know, Yeah, I'm paid. I just took my final exam. I did good in that, so I'm off until the 17th when I go back.
Good. I'm going to introduce you to Dr. Pascal Scholes,
Okay.
who is one of my colleagues over there at community college, and we're going to get you and probably one of your colleagues on our TV show over there, because again, we want to make sure that the millions of folks who view this kind of stuff, this educational component is equally important, that we kind of move young folks along. All right.
Okay.
All right. So listen, man. I don't know. Walt.
Yes, sir.
You gotta be proud, man.
I'm very proud of my son. Very proud of my son. He did an excellent job. He was always on an honor roll in high school, won all kinds of awards. He had his first $10,000 scholarship from Harkin College when he graduated.
Hold up, $10,000?
Yeah, scholarship, yes.
Wow.
Yes. Out of all my kids, he's always been the last one that's never been in no trouble.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you ain't had to beat him.
No.
I mean, I still did some stupid things.
You ain't had to beat him.
No, just when he would fall right in line. The other ones, they test the water.
Yeah.
And I want to get a shout out to my daughter, Wakita Jenkins.
Yeah.
She has her own hair salon that I helped her start it out. I'm the one that put the comb and brush in her hand, and my cousin Sonia Miller showed her how to do hair. Now she has her own hair salon called Key Creations.
Now, where are they located at? We might as well give them a shout out. We're doing some advertising right now.
My daughter's hair salon is up in Darby. I don't actually know the address, but it's in Darby, Delaware County. But she has her own Instagram and whole website. So you can go on Facebook and you can look it right up. Key Creations.
Tell her I need $20 for this advertisement here tonight. But no, that's good, man. When you instill a light in your kids, man, it's awesome to carry the torch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I applaud you that. So we're going to take another break. We're going to come back and talk to Janelle Nash, who was a student over there all the way in Atlanta. He's home on break. I agree to say spring break, but he's home. Hold on. Go ahead.
Sorry. I need to give one more shout out to my wife, Dolene Jenkins. Thank you for your love and support. He's from Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, baby. Biggie.
You know what? I'm so glad. Boy. I'm so glad he gave you, because you know how many people come in and forget to acknowledge their wives?
I got to acknowledge it. She's my backbone. She's my strength. She calms me down a lot. I've changed my ways since she's been into my life.
Well, that's a blessing, and I love her as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you're listening...
Have you struggled with substance abuse?
Oh, we good, Dave. We're going to take this final break, and we're going to come back and talk to Janelle Nash, who is our future leader here in the United States.